So here's a first look at a Caterpillar 627H. As you can see, they've changed the hood design a bit. They've changed the cab design. They brought everything forward on the machine for better visibility. So you can see there used to be a fairly big dead space right here. They moved the whole cab forward for you. You've got the flip up step. They actually introduced that on the G series. However, if you've watched any of my videos, we've actually eliminated that just because it's a little bit of extra maintenance if you start to ding one or whatever. So we've just gone with the simple cable step on that side just to eliminate it. Some people like it, some people don't. You can see there's a whole lot of extra hydraulics up there. They've changed the whole hydraulic system around. This is actually a prototype unit. So these hoses here, which we've identified as possibly colliding with, big mud hole, rocks, whatever, when you're backing up, they're actually going to rotate this pump around so that these hoses are actually going to come down like this. Same thing with the skid plate. They're actually going to redesign the skid plate because obviously that's not going to work out very well. We're going to head over to the back. It's got full grade control. There's two different GPS options on it. One of them is just the grade control, which will just help you get a larger load. The second one will actually tell you where to dig as well. You can see the GPS up there. So you can see they've moved the exhaust back, which is very nice. What they've done is normally if you get a large piece of clay, it'll come up on the sod rack and then it'll flop back. And with the exhaust stack forward, what would happen is you'd fold the exhaust over and then you'd choke the engine out and often cause mechanical damage, something that gets fairly expensive fairly quick. Haven't confirmed it yet, but with this plastic tank and the plastic fenders up front, apparently that's an option. So you don't necessarily have to have the plastic tank. One of the concerns with me with the plastic tank is if it was very cold out, some of the work we do is in minus 25 degrees Celsius weather. If for whatever reason you took a heavy lump up over the sod rack and it fell back on the tank, that you'd break the tank. Cat says they have done some cold weather testing. They weren't sure if they tested it to those extreme conditions or not. However, one of them mentioned that they're fairly certain that the plastic tank is just an option, a nice option, because you won't end up with the rust and sediment in the tank. So depends on which way you want to go with it. It may be for you, it may not. So they've increased the bowl size. They said it'll hold an extra 2 yards of dirt. So you're hauling a bigger load with the same machine. So hopefully that'll help increase your profit margin slightly. We'll just go inside to the cab. It's going to be kind of dark. I apologize for that. The nice thing is all the visibility that you've gained, like just huge for in front of you. Visibility out the back. It's fairly similar, but it's a nice big window. You can see over the right side very well. The one downside that I've noticed with this scraper, and Cat has already addressed the issue, they said they are going to change it in the future, is they have this control panel that completely blocks most of the vision on the right hand side. That was always a dead spot on the older series, so you're pretty much back to where you started. Just while they're trying to increase visibility, you're really only gaining it in the front, just because the instrument cluster on the right hand side is blocking that. Cat said they have addressed that issue. They're working on bringing it down in the next series. The nice thing is you've got this lovely camera. You can toggle through the camera angles. You've got the bull cam, you've got one on the right hand side for your blind side. It shoots down towards the scraper end. You've got your grade screen right here. Just let the camera adjust. That'll come built in with your GPS package. Your gauges right here. They've changed the controls a little bit. Rather than the vertical joystick, it's more like the new dozer controls. Again, they have the grade control set up so that with your GPS package, just let me turn the light on here for 1 second if I can. Oh, it won't let me. Let's see if I can do it. So you can see the different buttons for setting your grade control. They're trying to get it set up so that it's almost automated digging. Your operators are going to get a full load every time without having to struggle with wheel spin, only getting half loads, etc. I really like the way it's set up. They do have a little bit more work to do with it, but they're definitely headed down the right direction. And that's a Caterpillar 627H.